Yo, what's up? Welcome to the Monday Grind Week 11. How you doing? If anyone's here, if anyone hasn't been here before, every Monday I stream basically grinding out the stats for this week so far, catching up my 2020 stats. I also share the link to where I'm collecting all that data for my projections and for my DLF target share article every week, and just basically chat about football and how it's going. Let me see, where's that link? I'll post that in the chat, no matter what platform you're watching on. Ugh, God, that's terrible coffee. How's everyone doing? Let me see here. All right, there's the link. Posting in chat. All right. So anyone wants to see it can go see all the stats from 2020 so far, basically. I was just starting to look into them. I just finished collecting them. I haven't done the team adjusted stuff. Full disclosure, decided to reset my sleeping pattern today, which means I am absolutely wasted. I'm completely, I'm real tired, more tired than usual. And coffee is starting not to do the job. But it's Monday, so here we are. We're grinding. How's everyone doing? Oh, let me see here. I was going to look at. Is number one amount running backs and target share for every team. Let's see if there's any surprises here. I mean, Rex Burkhead didn't show up this week, but that was kind of old news. It's a leading target share guy over James White right now. That's a little weird. Nick Chubb is number one running back points per game wise. All right, how's everyone's week 11 doing? Looks like we're going to get that all-famous, all-important 8th win for the Scott Fish Bowl. That's basically the biggest update for my week. Let's see, I don't want to see that right now. Let me go big screen here, bigger screen. Let's tell some folks, shall we? Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was going to, hey, AM, how you doing? I was going to bring down the Rubik's Cube, which I think I've just about got beat. I watched that video enough. I can actually pretty much do that every time now. Pretty happy about that. Childhood dream accomplished. You know? That's it. That's my whole update for the week. That's the thing that's new. Who's leading and dominator these days? Oh, I got around 14. Career year, I guess. Yeah, it's a handy one. doesn't want to know what career year everyone's playing in. Take out everyone who doesn't have stats yet. My formatting's off here. I don't know why. There we go. I don't need a re-upload. Adam Thielen's still the highest Dominator player. Unsurprising. Followed by Terry McLaurin and Vontae Adams. Yeah, I think everyone could name those. Darius Slayton showing up weirdly high. Hey, Spaceman, how you doing? Crossover. I knew you'd be back. You'd be in here at some point. I'm doing pretty well. I'm knackered, actually. I'm tired as hell. Just in case anyone's just joining, the link for all the stats is in the chat already. But yeah, I decided to reset my sleep pattern today, so I'm exhausted. But, you know, it'll pay off in the end when I can wake my daughter up at an appropriate hour and be there for the most of the day instead of, you know, missing even on my days off what my family's up to. Well, that's a plan anyway. I have to see how that works out. I was trying to decide what I want to know. I think I know most things, right? What do I really need to know? Pretty much know everything. God, that sounds more arrogant than I meant it to. Taking out quarterbacks. I'm looking at rookie season stats again just to see if anything's changed drastically after one more week. Not really. Mooney's still being way too inefficient. Did they play last week, though? No, he didn't. No. Okay, didn't play last week, so no wonder he's exactly the same. Rager did, though. He improved his efficiency a little bit. That's a good thing. It's getting close to where we would ideally want it to be, based on, you know, Blair Andrews' research that shows efficient rookies are more likely to get more opportunity next year, draft capital independent. Anyone hoping for a Monday night miracle? I think I'm all done. The games I can win, I've won. Exhausted. Yeah. Looks like I've won my Scott Fishbowl matchup. We're both finished playing. 162 points. Something of a return to normal for me. Last week was rough. Won in a league. I'm basically, you know, out the playoffs in. Well, that's not helpful to me at all. Oh, well. Evans and Cup scored 27 points. Yeah, I don't think it's not impossible. There we go. If I can find that damn thing. I haven't updated projections since Sunday. It seems cheating to update for a Monday game, you know. So I can tell you what they're at. Aggregate projection across 3 sites has them scoring 28. So, I mean, technically, not impossible. That's PPR, yeah. Yeah, I started borrowing DFS this week. That didn't quite go to plan. Luckily, I think only one of my scheduled DFS contests for Patreons and anyone who wants to play me actually ran. So it was just my regular head-to-heads. I think I did fine, you know. I think I'm down like $2 on the season, which is pretty good since I'm just rolling out a lineup every Saturday night. Just basically the most players I can fit in on that DFS sheet. That's all the work I'm doing on it. So pretty happy with how it went. It's been going. It's the opposite of Deadpool, you know, minimum effort. Yeah, what just got 131 points. Okay, that wasn't ideal. It's a below average week, to say the least. Yeah. Yeah, I started Burrow, Sanders, Gibson, Cooper, Boyd, Myers. Myers didn't quite fire for me. Dallas got it, though. Who did? Dalvin Cook, Lions D. Yeah, I guess it was really Burrow that brought down my average DFS score this week. Everyone else, yeah, did fine, you know. I guess Mark Andrews outscored Devontae Adams. That's how I lost this one. Yeah, DFS sheet's still strong. Still kicking out minimum effort, good results, you know. Just kind of where I wanted to be. Sorry, I feel real low energy. I don't mean to. I meant to came in and talk and do Rubik's Cubes in front of you all, and I just failed. Sleep deprivation's a real thing, you know. I don't think I'm sleep deprived after one night, but it's less fun to say it that way. Oh God, what did Will Fuller not do this week? Good Lord. KJ Hamler's should start scoring touchdowns more regularly by the look of it. And Cooper Kupp's actually due a higher touchdown rate, by the way. So that could be good for you tonight. It's crossover, right? Yeah, Sanders is doing fine, but the offense is struggling, man. Yeah, I get it. I started in DFS, like I said. You're all right. You're doing all right. Yeah, I really thought Myers might score a touchdown or two this week again. Let's take out players that didn't play last week. Oh, did Marcus Brown not fire? Brown. Week 11. Wow. Okay. I got him at 0 fantasy points. Is that right? He did nothing? Literally nothing? 3 targets, 0 catches. Ouch. Wow. I still think he's underrated. That's all I just keep saying about that guy. Strike just really come down this last second half of the season. Bolton's been struggling across the board a little bit. All right, let's just go look at week 11. Taysom Hill. Oh, God. But Taysom Hill showed up to the truthers, right? Points-wise, at least. DJ Moore, another good week. Nice. Let's see. I've got Taysom Hill listed as a wide receiver in there. Roto-World's listed him as a wide receiver. That's funny. Tim Patrick did pretty well this week, huh? Nice to see undrafted free agents still being good. Corey Davis had a hell of a efficiency week. Nelson Aguilar still surprising. Most underrated sixth year breakout ever. Hey, Mims had a good week too. Yeah. You're playing against Cup and Evans. Well, projections have it going against you, but it's always a little variance. Predictions is a nail biter for you. I don't know. Cup, Woods, the whole Rams team's kind of been disappointing overall. Yeah, but you forget though Willie Snead's good. We forget. Willie Snead's good. I've added him to the back end of a few dynasty rosters and had to start him and been pretty happy with it this season. Like from the waiver wire. As much as we clamor over players in dynasty, like you can pick up those guys off the waiver wire still. It's pretty weird. Sorry. Do I have no, I deleted them. All right. I had the worst week this week. King Grant, okay. Matt Ryan. Oh, Matt Ryan did not show up for his peeps this week. 7 points. Did he get injured? Wow, 7. Wow, that's rough. No, 37 attempts. Ooh. Jerry Judy, because I guess people are going to blame Tim Patrick. Let's face it, Tim Patrick's just a man on that team. Corey Davis gets back, right? Corey Davis? No, Colin's son. Damn it. God, I'm tired. I'm looking at receiving, well, no, just fantasy points over expected, lowest performers. Yeah, Luton, Higgins. Oh, wow. Higgins disappointed this week. Fulgham had a bad week. That's going to hurt. It's going to hurt when the old average hits week to week. I'm not. I've never been high on rugs. I think that's pretty well known. I had some hope. Honestly, he's hitting my highest expectations I'd ever have for Ruggs in any given year. So him doing it in a rookie year is it's not terrible. Doing stuff early is always more impressive than doing it later, you know? Hey, did Brian Edwards get a little more opportunity this week? No, it's about average. And Keenan Allen, Michael Thomas. Well, yeah, Michael Thomas makes sense since he's been injured, but those two players that had the most increase in their opportunity this week. Curtis Samuel, just week to week, that's from the week before to this week. Nelson Aguilar, James White increased a little bit. That's what happened to Rex Burkhead, which sucks because I had him in some places too. DJ Moore even increased his opportunity this week. The trend continues to be more towards DJ Moore. I know Curtis Samuel did well this week. I mean, over like Robbie Anderson. I've been saying all season, if he doesn't start catching touchdowns, eventually the opportunity just dries up, which sucks because he's been doing well on his opportunity, just no touchdowns. Like, I still think he's only had one since, and that was in the first week. Hey, Chris Herndon only scored 11 PPR points, which is actually great for a tight end. But he just saw a jump in opportunity, which I've kind of been keeping an eye out for. Just because he's still not playing badly, and we had such high hopes for him after that 1 year. I kind of keep track of those tight ends, you know. And he's doing okay. Brian Edwards did see an increase in use, actually. That's partly what happened to Ruggs. I swear, after talking to Zach this week on the podcast, I'm like, man, I should have been buying Mims, Rhaegar, and Brian Edwards a little more hardly in my leagues over the last few weeks. Crossover 27. You think Eckler is a league winner considering the opportunity Ballage is getting? And yeah, let's just take a second to reflect on the fact that Ballage is getting an opportunity. Well, Eckler had the potential to be a league winner this year, even where he's being drafted. I honestly thought he had top 5 potential. It's a damn running back year, so I think he definitely would have gotten in there if he'd stayed healthy. Of course, the problem with undrafted free agents always is that they can add a 3rd round pick and you have to worry about it this year. But yeah, I really do believe in the player. It's not really when I'm buying running backs for next year, to be honest. But since he's been injured, and if you're really out of it and you can get him at, outside of 1st round value conversation, then yeah, I wouldn't mind buying Eckler. I believe in the player. It's just whether if the team drafts, the next great hope. I don't think they will, but in redraft, not dynasty, I have no idea. I can't do injury questions, man. I don't know. If he comes back and he's healthy, yes, Eckler has top 5 potential still this year, right now. If that's going to happen, then yes, he does. I would say that pretty confidently, especially this year running back. This year running back is so nasty, horrible. Because running backs suck, obviously. Oh, wow. I was just looking to see if there's a video for this week's content. I'm not seeing anything I particularly want to click on. Does anyone have any YouTube channels they watch for weekly content we could put down in the background here? I did a test last week. It turns out videos will play and my microphone at the same time on StreamYard. So Top Dogs YouTube channel, maybe. Go see what Nick's doing. Yeah, if he comes back healthy, yeah, he does. Matt Kelly talked. I don't know. Live commenting on Matt Kelly takes, and don't know about that one. Does he have anything new out right now? Top 10 takeaways. That's week 10. I don't think he's done a week 11 yet. Ray GQ's got on the Podfather's channel, I see. Yeah, we'll put it on. God, Matt, my eardrums. Come on now. I'm just here talking, looking over stats, so we may as well have something in the background. It may as well be Matt. Detroit, man. Detroit's just killing so many fantasy teams, so many options this year. Pretty much. Yeah. He mistitled it. That makes sense. It does see week 11. Oh, it does. Oh, look at that. Sorry. That was not my doing, I'll point out. I improved that. I did not bump Marvin Jones this week. Like it's at the everyone's favorite old sleeper, which really shouldn't have been Marvin Jones. That was not my take. We had our value out of Marvin Jones. Where did I have him ranked? I don't run that lineup, genius. Don't come at me with that. I had him ranked as wide receiver 26. I mean, he scored 9 fantasy points this week. I feel pretty happy with that. Look, my predictions. Okay. Wide receiver 26. That's not my fault. At that lineup, Genius has actually been pretty solid this season. I've used it a couple weeks when my, tired brain on Saturday night couldn't quite put together a lineup that fit into the lap. I go steal a few sleepers. That's how I got Gibson in my lineup this week, actually, and that worked. That was all the player profiler app thing. I'm just saying, man. I'm not taking the Marvin Jones out. That smarter man than me made that mistake. This is a Roto Underworld takeaway for this week or something. I'm adding this stat back into the year long. I kind of like it. I don't care that much about how many games they've had 7 targets or more anymore. I can remove that one out. Yeah, it killed the wide receivers. the app he's talking about here, the lineup genius, it really did kill wide receivers this week. They were all actually pretty good choices. I looked across all 5 cash, even the cash lineup ones. They all scored at least 15 points. Turns out for the main slate. So good job. Again, not me. It's not good job me. I didn't do it. That's someone who's actually good at DFS running that. I don't do tournaments. I can't speak to that one. I can assure you I didn't win $1 million, though. Not this week, not any week. Yeah, but
we're going out to the store now.
Oh, okay.
To get Thanksgiving stuff.
Thanks for letting me know.
Yeah.
My family's going out to get a turkey, apparently. Demir Bird's just has weekly spoiler written all over him as a profile, by the way. It's just one of those players who was going to do that. Well, for a while, anyway. Nine, 10, 11. Yeah, that works. I don't know if you can see that. This Matt, work with me here. Work with me here, buddy. These are the players who've increased in opportunity the most over the last 3 weeks. So you can't see that at all, can you? Christian McCaffrey, because he played that one game. It's just the average of the games they've played over the last 3 weeks in terms of expected points. Cole Beasley's actually been increasing. Taysom Hill, obviously, because, Drew Brees. But Calvin Ridley's been climbing. Not sure that's the name that would have come to mind. Also, Ty Johnson. I've got to limit this or put in an indicator of how many games they've played over the last 3 now I think of it. And Chris Herndon really has been improving over the last few weeks. Has he been injured or something that just came back? I don't remember that. Anyway, I'm going to put this in the main upload. It's a useful stat, I think it's useful. How many lineups you have to play to get the 1 out of 10 that kills it, DFS is tough. Hmm. Well, if we multiply it. PPR points. That's why, man. I kill it with PPR projections. That's why. Take none of the fault, all the credit. That's the way to do it, right? Have nothing to do with it. Very clear. Gonna say touchdowns, right? It's got to be, touchdowns are all important in that particular format. And harder to predict. Yeah. Oh, okay. Top 10 not count. Is a little weak. Top 10 is elite in Dynasty. Come on now. First 12 picks? Yeah. That's the elite tier, right? Okay, I like this. I'm multiplying it by the number of games they've played and dividing it by 3 games. That creates this. Johnson, Beasley, Tyreek Hill, actually. Thielen, Thomas. Yeah, that seems more reasonable. Thielen's actually been growing, apparently. Yeah, that makes sense because Thielen's gone from 9 fantasy points in week 9 expected points in week 9 to 13 in week 10 to 21 in week 11. So yeah, that makes sense that he would rise to the top of that one. So it's working, is what I'm saying. I like this. Have a bet on. Don't bet on the Lions in 2020, man. Just don't bet on them. I mean, not sports betting. I mean, fantasy. Ballage, really increasing. Yeah. I think we all knew that. Chris Herndon's gaining on average about 1.8 fantasy points per week over the last 3 expected points. Just throwing that out there. And also Gesicki's starting to come back as Tua gets more used to the lineup, about 1.7 points on average per week divided by weeks, so on and so forth. It's interesting. Evan Ingram's actually been losing. Wow, shit. Jimmy Graham has as well. That sucks. Yes, he is. Come on. Come on, man. Play a profile at age, man. I'm the lone defender in that room of all wide receivers, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Cooper Kupp's. You said you were facing Cooper Kupp. Just to come back to this, he's losing opportunity over the last few weeks at a pretty decent clip. I would say that's positive for your matchup tonight as well, Crossover. I talked extensively about my opinion of DJ Chark and Terry McLaurin, and there was another guy. I forget the other guy. At the start of the season, that's where my head's still at. And so far, 2020, the only player I feel proven wrong on is Terry McLaurin. I am smack my face impressed with what Terry McLaurin's doing. Like, okay, I believe it now. And I was wrong. I don't like saying that. I don't say it often. And I don't say it without caveats. I was just plain wrong with Terry McLaurin. DJ Chark, you may have seen his best season already, and probably his highest dynasty value ever. That's my opinion. He's not necessarily ever going to become unrelevant. He'll be a name here and there, but I think you've seen the highest value he'll ever have. That's me. Points-wise, I mean, yeah, he's a player who can get points better than Mr. Bird, who we were talking about earlier, but he's not one of those top 24 dynasty wide receivers for me. It wasn't this offseason. It certainly isn't now. Neither Laviska Shenault. Just none of them are. None of them match up to that to me. Someone hacked my feed? No, we're just watching a video while I grind some stats. Everyone was being quiet, so I just asked, and someone said put on Matt's top 10 takeaways, so here it is. Hey, Guy. I was actually just... what I'm playing with right now, just because I'm sitting here, at the start of the season, I was doing this average opportunity earned and lost over the last 3 weeks metric. It uses expected points. It's not metric. It's a what would I call it? A stat. I'm just averaging and minusing and timesing a stat based on games played over the last 3 weeks and expected points, just to try and show who's gaining and who's losing opportunity. Now, the reason I took it out is, one, there are more interesting stats, and two, players don't always gradually increase into a role, right? Sometimes they just smack and they're there, and sometimes it's nothing and all there the next week. I mean, it doesn't quite work perfectly that you get to see them gradually work into a role and get ahead of the curve. That's actually one of 4 or 5 equally possible. There isn't a trend to that being the most common or the least common for that matter. So, I think people over rely on that idea that we're going to see their role gradually increase. And so that wasn't interesting to me early in the season. But as we're getting late in the season and we're starting to look at rookies and how well they're doing coming in late, like Jalen Reagor, like Denzel Mims, and starting to think about running backs towards the playoffs that might be spoiled, I was thinking it's starting to get a little more relevant. And so I was just trying to find a better way of calculating it than I was doing it before. And that's why I was talking about. And I think it is a little bit more relevant for tight ends. I think that's more likely to be something that happens, if it happens at all, at the tight end position. But honestly, most interesting way of looking at it is probably the one who's been losing gradually over the last few weeks. Not just boom, this week they had a down week. So we know usage has a wave pattern, right? And also so does production. You have a boom week and a down week, and a boom couple of weeks and a down couple of weeks, or a down week. And so we expect the wave of production, but opportunity doesn't quite have as even as a path, because a player tends to tell you who he is by how much opportunity can earn, and it tends to be a little more stable week over week. And outside of that, it's efficiency on that opportunity. So increases and decreases in opportunity if it's over a decent sample. And 3 games isn't decent, but it's just what I'm playing with right now. I think that's a little bit more relevant, especially at something like the tight end position. So that's why I'm talking about it. I haven't put that in the data sheet I upload that's linked at the top of the chat yet, but I'm trying to find my favorite way of calculating it, and when I update, I'll put it in there. So far, I've noticed that Ingram's losing a lot. So's Cook, obviously, with the loss of Breeze. But so's Mo Alley Cox, interestingly, and he wasn't someone getting a lot of opportunity. He was just being efficient with it earlier. Jonu Smith, Henry got it, obviously, because he's been injured, have been increasing very well over the last few weeks at tight end. But I think Chris Herndon's actually been steadily over the last 3 weeks. When you average out the rise in his expected points, Herndon's, I don't know, he's a guy I want to look into a little bit more. He's kind of increasing. I love talking about tight ends, man. It's such an easy position to read, and everyone reads it wrong, and so it's just fun. It really is. It's the easiest position to read, and people make it the hardest. I don't know why. Let's shrink Matt here. I don't know why. He's got his own channel. You can go watch it, man. It's just on there in the background. It's better than the silence, well, I think, you know. Actually, I didn't even ask Matt. I didn't get permission or anything. Someone just mentioned it in the chat, so we put it on. I don't know if he'd be mad at that. I hope not. Sorry, Matt, just in case. I was expecting to go get a Rubik's Cube and show you all how to solve it, but I left it upstairs. That was my plan for today if everything else failed. No shit. Who cares about? Don't care about snaps, by the way. Just one of those things we expected to gradually increase, and pretty much, makes a nice post hoc argument, but nah. I mean, that's me anyway. That's weird. I didn't miss an Alvin Kamara injury, did I? I should really put an average in here and show the change from that average over the last 3 weeks, actually. That'd be the better way of doing it. Oh, sorry, I see a comment. What we got? Guy? Yeah, you can consider snap percentage. I'm pulling snaps from RotoViz, but honestly, that part of the app slow to update. I'm usually getting snap data from 2 weeks back, and week 10 and 11, I don't think it's got any snap percentages on it. I don't stress over it because I think the only time snaps makes sense as a, well, you saw he was playing more snaps, is kind of a post hoc argument. You can see that, and more often than not, it doesn't lead to nothing. There's a lot of reasons a player can be on the field. If they're not earning targets, then it doesn't really matter. And more often than not, it doesn't matter. And then the few times they start to increase their role, so they're on the field more, and then they get more targets in one game or over a series of games, that's when it seems to make perfect sense that we should have seen that coming. I can't find a way of increasing the signal using snaps, but I know everyone. It's like, what is it? Fuck. Yards per route run. Everyone likes to use it, but yards per team pass attempt, it seems just as good to me, and it takes out some of that weirdness to it that you have to be behind a paywall somewhere. So yeah, snaps and yards per team yards per route run. I'm not saying there's no value to it. Like, Matt's using them, and he's got access to more stats than I do, to be honest. And, he's rich and famous and makes a living doing this, so he uses them. But for me, just as a grinder out here trying to play my own fantasy league, I find it just as, I'm not sure the juice is worth the squeeze for someone like me and most people. Just trying to make up our own, collect our own data, make our own decisions once we listen to the Matt Kelly famous professionals of the world. Sure. I'm not sure it's worth it for us to try and adjust too hard to it. But your mileage might differ. I'm trying to collect it as best as I can in that sheet. So feel free to check it out. Let me know if you find better use for it. Who's number 2 in Carolina at running back? A silly question, right? Who cares? Nah. Just don't do it. Someone's going to jump in Miami. It's probably pretty, right? I thought so. Hang on. I've got Latavius Murray listed as New Orleans here. I think I've got something wrong in my team column. Oh, come on, man. That's not cool. He's not in New Orleans, David. Well, am I just way too sleep deprived? I have Sam right. Bloody hell, he is a saint. God, my mind's just dust today. I will say this: he is Salvon Ahmed. Is that who he's talking about in Miami? He's the one who's been picking up opportunity over the last 3 weeks. To be fair, he's not wrong. I still like Davius Murray. He can put up some points in the future at some point, dynasty-wise. Maybe even this year. I wouldn't give up hope. Last week was rough, though. Last week was rough. Pollich sucks. Pollich sucks so bad. I mean, he sucks so bad. Oh my. Eckler's still ranked in my sheet as a running back 1 because he's still got the highest points per game. And then it's Jackson before Ballage. Oh, it's not ranked by points per game. What's it ranked by? Oh no, Ballage is above Jackson. You gotta give it to the man. It's better entertaining than I'll ever be. Yeah, I think you're gonna re-upload this with his stats. It's an interesting one to look over. Routes, man. It's another one of those. No. There it is. Targets per route run, man. Oh, that's targets, not yards. Even we're going even further with routes. I don't know why I don't like routes run metrics. I just don't like them. Well, I do know why I don't like them. I don't care so much if you run a route as whether you can earn a target. That's why I don't like them. That tells you a lot about the player, right? It's like Sammy Watkins. He can run as many routes as you want. He only really gets targeted on one type. I mean, that tells you more than anything else. And Sammy Watkins is decent. Don't get me wrong. He's fine. He's fine, like Zach Reed would say. Exactly. Snap some routes. Snap some routes. It's just not my tune, you know? It's fine analysis. It's just not my preferred beat to dance to. All right, I re-uploaded it. It's got that average opportunity change. Over the last 3 weeks in it. I'll post it again. Sengi? Oh no, that is an old question. Gotcha. No problem. Spaceman, you still in here? You might have a different opinion on routes and snap percentage than me. I was just wondering what you thought. Marcus Brown's struggling. Yes. Okay, I'll admit it. I think that's a little harsh. Maybe for 2020. 2020's, but I received 53, 72 points per game. Yeah, it's a bust. Dynasty, I'm not so sure. Wow, his ADOT's really high, though. I think that's a little harsh. 4th round pick with a top 24 season. It's like second year, and then he gets CD Lamb and Amari Cooper, and he still has good weeks. I don't know. It's a little harsh. A little harsh, man. I'm just saying it's a little harsh. I mean, we're looking at Tyra Williams kind of hope at this point, but yeah, I kind of call that one too. Hey, look, Miles Boykin's still in the NFL. Interesting. Talk about busts. Oh. We fade age so hard. I say looking at Des Bryant's stats. Fair. Yeah, he's been good. Sorry, I thought you were saying something else. I know. Yeah, he's been very good. Yeah. Like all good wide receivers this year and every year bounces around, you know? Hang on a second, guys. I'm getting called up, I think. I'll be back. Come in. I was needed for money. Sorry about that. Needed my wallet, but I did get my Rubik's Cube, so that's fun. I don't know why we were expecting so much from Kareem Hunt this year. Nick Chubb's back. I had to put him high because the average of the industry was so high, but I was a little. I didn't really know why we're expecting so much from him with Nick Chubb back. You know what I mean? Man, these athletes, man. Scrambled. Official. It's not perceived. He was. He had an elite season. Oh, harsh. Ugh. Doing a Rubik's Cube, listening to Matt Kelly talking live on stream. What has happened to me? It's the weirdest stream in the history of fantasy football, you think? Don't you hate it when your Rubik's Cube starts to get tired out because you've been playing it too much? There we go. No, one of my DLF bros was saying it didn't happen if I didn't do it live on stream. So actually, I think I need to do this. Okay. One side. Oh, crap. What did I just do? Ah, crap. I think I can reverse the mistake I just made. I think. If I think... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. If I hope real hard... Ah, crap. I'm gonna have a lot of chub, right? Ever notice how many double entendres there are in fantasy football? Weird, right? These are all to the right. I don't know what I did to deserve that, but they're all to the right. Normally there's a few that you have to do to the left. Which is good because the right move's the easiest one to do, by the way. Hey, 2 levels. Oh, I want to go to yellow cross. Look at that. Can you see that? Can you see? Yellow kind of gets washed out, doesn't it? Where am I? Crap. I just screwed it up. Oh, great. I should be paying more attention than I am. Okay. 1, 2, 3. 3. All right, we're pretty close here. I know how he feels then. Nearly. Kind of. Oh, shoot. He's not. What do you mean he's not dead yet? I mean, he just had like the best week of the season so far, of his season. I don't know. Any other videos we should watch? Fantasy Focus. Oh, yes, please. No, I don't want to be famous. Appreciate it. I wouldn't be here. I think that's pretty obvious, don't you? I think everyone knows this isn't how you get famous. Who thinks that? Is this a live stream? Must have been, right? Hey, Matt. He follows me, you know. And everyone else, I think. But, you know, take the victories where you can. I'm proud of myself. You don't have to be. One, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Orange, blue, red, green, yellow, white. Haha, live on stream. Screw you, NFL draft scab, whoever was calling me out. Okay, guys, I love you, but you're talking about basketball. I just have zero interest. Hey, it's Nick. Everyone's telling me to look forward to the big twist on Dexter. That's what my mentions is full of. So far, I've been underwhelmed by the twists, but I'm enjoying the show, okay? That's the best I got for you. How's everyone doing? It just feels like the wrong time to be down on these guys. We all should have been down on them to start the season. You know what I mean? The young running backs I'm talking about. If no one's, and you probably all are if you ever end up here, but if no one's listening to Nick's channel on YouTube, it's about as good as fantasy content as you can find, especially on YouTube. On Twitter, obviously, it's me, but on YouTube, it's Nick. Nick_BDGE on Twitter. Which stands for Big Dogs Gotta Eat, if I remember right. It's the right time. It's always been the right time to be low on Kenyon Drake. I tried to tell stepmom Lauren, like I basically begged her before the season started not to draft him. I'm not sure how that went for her. Yeah, exactly what you didn't pay for. Painful, really. Cheers. Gibson? Yeah, Gibson had a good week. How does Swift move up after? Oh, he. This is a week old. That's what's going on here. Swift. This is a week old. Sorry. Yeah, buy any of the young rookie running backs at their price right now, unless they've jumped up like Swift. Like I mean, you still want Swift, but I'm talking dynasty. But whoever he just sets down, like Dobbins, that's who I want now. Smart thing to look at, but my mind goes to dynasty and buys. I don't care, unfortunately. I gotta go out of here soon, guys. I mean, it doesn't seem like anyone's talking. I'm guessing you're all gonna go get ready to watch the game, but I am exhausted. Hey, man, I posted the link. I answered a few questions, and I did a Rubik's Cube. That's solid content from my channel, guys. Oh, my live streams, anyway. Mm-hmm. Man, he controls his lights from his computer. He fancy. I'm getting roasted for my internet quality. Like it. Oh, Nick, sounding like a nerd. Get out of here, man. I got 2 viewers. I'm assuming that's this bot asking me if I want to be famous. And you, Scout, what's up? What's up? Here to take it back. Hope you're here to take that doubting back. I hope he shows Adam Thielen from that tier, man. I like his little spreadsheet here. It's actually pretty nice. Essential information in one clean shot. I like it. Oh, I can't do another 20 minutes of this. Oh, let's. Oh, rub it in, Nick. Man, he loose with that language. He's using OBS if anyone's interested. Oh, schedule analysis. That's going to be rough come the end of the season. Rough to defend schedule analysis, my man. All right. I can't. I got to go get like a 10-minute power nap before I go watch that game or something. I'm going to pass out over here. All right, guys. Well, guy, girl, whichever you are still watching. I appreciate you checking it out. Those that you commented, thanks. I hope I know. Provided a window for you to see me do a Rubik's Cube. I don't know. And it's nice to see J Mike show up just to like say that. Appreciate it, J Mike. All right, I'm getting out of here. I gotta go. I don't know, make more coffee or something before I start working on projections for tomorrow. Appreciate it, guys. I might be able to stream again tomorrow, but probably not. Probably so. I don't know. It depends if I'm awake, to be honest with you. At this point, I'm not sure. Appreciate it to everyone who showed up, and even those of you that didn't, even though you're not here to hear me curse you out. I appreciate it. See you around. Take care. See you next week if nothing else. Bye.